Hey folks, second video here, 2005 Ford 500 all-wheel drive. Should apply to the '05 to '07 as well as the Ford Freestyle. Who knows what else it may apply to. These are the CVT transmissions. Um, so I know you guys would probably like to see a step-by-step of everything, but just me here would just take up way too much time. So in the first video, I basically showed you where the dipstick was, where the fill plug was. Underneath on the pan, there is a drain plug on the pan. You can just undo the drain plug, get what comes out of there, seal it back up, come back up here, measure what came out, put back in, you'll be good to go. Now, if you want to, you can pull the pan off. It comes right off like a normal transmission pan. You can replace the filter in there. Like I said in the first video, this car does have two filters. It has a filter in the pan and it has a high pressure filter. I'm not messing with the high pressure filter today. But anyways, I would pull the plug on the pan, get it all out of there. Okay. I measured mine. I had exactly 5.5 quarts. So that's exactly what came out. So that's exactly what I put back in it. I measured it all, made sure. If you do want to pull the pan, make sure to pull that drain plug first. Drain everything, that when you pull the pan, it doesn't make a mess. It's real simple. Just like a regular transmission pan, everything's accessible. You know, wipe it down, clean it up in there, put your new filter in, put the pan, new gasket back on, torque it down to factory specs, come back up here, fill it up. Like I said, mine used exactly 5.5 quarts. Yours may vary. So that's what I put back on it. And to be honest with you, since I measured what came out and I measured what went in, I probably won't even check it on the dipstick once it's running. Because I assume to check it, you got to have the car running and you got to have the mass airflow plugged in for it to run right. And well, how are we going to do that and get to that? So if you measure it when it comes out and you measure what goes back in, there's no way you can mess it up. So pretty simple, guys. That's just a 3/8 drive, like a ratchet extension on there. That's all that is. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Real simple. Here it is under the car. Looks just like a regular automatic transmission pan. You can see you can just undo all those bolts, drop the pan, replace the filter. There's the drain plug I'm talking about. It's in the back corner there. So it'll empty the pan out for you. Yeah, so I actually measured exactly what came out to the 32-ounce mark. That's a quart. So I got 5 32-ounce cups and I got 1 16. So that's exactly 5.5 quarts. And folks, I know it's tempting to go to Walmart and pay $11.50 for the Valvoline multi-vehicle CVT transmission fluid. But everything I've read online says you really need this. Even if you go to Bob the Oil Guy, major oil forum online and stuff, when these CVTs get brought up, even those guys, they say this is what goes in it. Don't use anything else. Okay? That's what you want right here. Get it at your Ford dealer. You can order on Amazon. I got mine at rockauto.com. They had a little bit cheaper price there. I think I still paid about $22 a quart for it there. The Ford dealership went at $35 a quart. This is 2024. Yeah, prices have gone absolutely insane. Here it is on the back if you want to read it. No, I'm not saying one of those multi-vehicle CVTs won't work for it. I'm just saying, people are very specific. I know when it comes to Subarus and other things, Nissans, they say that Valvoline multi stuff is fine. This stuff, they're very specific, so I'm not going to take a chance. I don't want this transmission to go out. So I think it's well worth it to use what's supposed to go in it. Anyways, folks, super simple job. Now, if you do want to do the high pressure filter, I'm probably going to do that in the future next time I do this. I'm not going to mess with it this time. Like I said in the first video, the wheel has to come off. You have to support the transmission from underneath with a jack and a block. You have to undo the transmission mount to get to it. Take the splash shield off, and you got to hope that you don't live somewhere where it's rusty, so those torque head bolts aren't rusty and you can get it off. And like I say, only use the OEM Motorcraft filter on that. There's a reason for it. It comes with all the parts you need. The ones from AutoZone, O'Reilly's, so forth, they're not going to come with everything. Trust me. Get the OEM one. All right, folks. Catch you later.